Let's go bang, game kedua bang ya. Game pertama tadi dimenangkan oleh Onyx 1-0. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go bang ya, game kedua.
Isn't something new to TNC, and they were able to accomplish that even against the top team of the regular season just yesterday.
Lunox yang dipok-pok saja.
Now let's see how they do that, because I'm liking the adjustments from Onyx so far. There's so much respect towards
Jaidanya
TNC's
pakai Lancelot.
heroes, but this time they get the Lancelot too. I think that's another surprise, because they've been making sure
Kelranya
Zaida
pakai
doesn't get
Ruby.
a hold of any in game number 1.
Critnya tumben pakai Uranus.
You see our TNC just put their foot on the gas and say, yeah, just get Zaida something, but that joy was a little too much in game number 1. A lot of action in mid here. Almost getting taken down is Lancy, but he's caught up. King Kong on the he's in shit. Oh no, Chaknu!
Wait, this is a Hilda,
Karat langsung.
but at least she got to flicker in the bush.
Trigger that passive, get a little bit of shields on healing. Looking at the initial item builds, you'll see that both junglers get a little bit of extra damage to beat up that farm. What's the gold lane situation like? Again, a Bane versus a Ruby, both have
Level
some
Jaidanya
of,
masih memimpin dengan level 4.
Yeah, I guess you gotta time the
Lah,
skills
dapat
very
King
well
Kong.
if you're the Bane. Because a Ruby can jump from or blink every now and then, that's the passive, but if you get to time it so well, or maybe even right after the passive, then there's no choice, there's no other option but for the Ruby to receive majority of the damage, and I'm probably talking about the deadly catch, if that's the case, but it's not like that's the goal for our gold laners. It's not like they want to kill each other in lane.
They want to leave the lane, enjoy this turtle fight, and that's what Keller is doing. Look at how fast he's going. Brusco jumps on him, Turtle gets pulled slightly over to TNC.
They're really trying to make things hard for Zaida here. He's still has
di
the
flickery.
objective though. Everybody's jumping in, and who gets the turtle? Oh, it's Streamer who actually gets it. The Deadly Cat does so much damage to Onyx though, because Benny Cutie joins the fight as well, and Lancy takes a kill on Kelra.
The Phoenix Army come alive. Suddenly, the red side of the Quinetta Astrodome makes some noise, and TNT score that first turtle, get 2 free kills as well. But again, I don't blame Onyx, because looking at their lineup now, they can't do much in the early game. What were they expecting? What was the best case scenario here? A raging sandstorm into a time of feather.
Padahal Benny Kitty-nya belum main tadi bang. Aduh, mati dong Benny-nya.
But it was clear that they wanted the objective. Benny
Nice
has
sneaker.
the flicker to survive though, and Benny did so much in that previous fight. I guess that's true. Onyx, they just tried to see what they can, but Chakra right here could be punished. Mountain Shocker will be used, but that's about it.
Yep, the best thing that Onyx can do is, I don't want to think that I'm being a pessimist by saying this, but accept the fact that the early game ain't yours. Maybe even a part of the mid game. And then use that
Jadi
Uranus
1000 untuk golnya.
as the tool that it's meant to be. A blunt force object.
Yeah.
You just buy time away from Primar and own that half of the map so that you can get farm on King Kong. That's the only solution I can see now.
I guess even despite that though, it's clear that they're trying to keep themselves in the game. Maybe through, let's say, Brusco and how he keeps trying to invade. Or maybe disrupt
Masih kurang
Zaida.
damage.
Pay attention to how his farming patterns are, because I guess the Khalid's just that capable of doing that. He's been trying to scout
langsung
Zaida
ke
for a huge majority of the past
Holy
4
Crystal
minutes,
Ben
but now it's TNC
Banenya.
who just keeps grouping up and applying pressure to Onyx and their farm.
Yep, and what that'll do is we'll end up with a dead Khalid.
Starter yang kedua tadi dapat Popeyes ya, Primar. Di zoning oleh Popeyes di sana.
He's liking how his passive is almost always active because of
Lah,
the skills, but now Chakra
mati.
going in
Hilda.
gets punished instead. There's the infernal pursuits from Primar though, but he gets dragged all the way in between their 2 turrets. Kurt fighting back. It's a double kill for him already. Lancy though using his ultimate. Will he get to find
Hilang langsung.
the damage from Benny Cutie?
He spit on that thing as if a
Nggak sempat pakai flicker dong.
You hit that ale on a Kirk too. Again, Kirk Jungkook had it coming, all right? He's but a baby Uranus. He's just a little small floating boy, and he can only build so much. I want to see the items because I want to see what he's prioritizing first, right?
They
Is he
are
going
close.
physical defense or magic defense first? And looking at it, it seems
Yeah.
like it's magic first.
Nice reflect dari Benny.
Then he flickered there. Had to survive that attempt.
See? So it's majority magic because, you know, tough boots,
Yeah.
and then he just has a singular jerkin. So he had the right damage profile read out. It's just, it's too much coming from Bane this early.
And this Bane, I think they've tried to at least take him out twice in this game already.
Never didn't work yet.
But every single time he had his flicker intact. So it's just an easy escape that we get to see from Benny Cutie all the time, and he already gets to pick up his Piercer as well.
See how hard the Sigma jungler is working. He's using that Infinite GT30 Pro experience victory for every
Infinite
Mudlock gamer.
YT 30 Pro.
He's playing on the
Mati
Infinite
dong.
GT30 Pro. Changnu, wow, takes a good chunk of damage. Onyx got that yellow Ubi going.
Yeah, there are 5 members approaching mid, and Zyda's at the opposite of the map. So could they be looking for a fight or just a quick way to blitz the Lord?
Uh-oh.
Or the Turtle rather?
So what's he thinking? Went for that conceal and force to use the Raging Central
Brusconya ada ulti.
Yeah, and now Zyda's back. He can join the fight if he wanted to. So this could potentially break out into a 5v5. Kurt's already here as well. But I have my eyes on Benny. How do they deal with Benny and not get taken out by the surprise burst damage when they've all committed their resources onto a team fight that broke out even without him there just yet?
I think you and Onyx are on the same page. They have their eyes on Benny and they see that he's in mid. So any time that he just sidesteps, he could be part of the turtle. So they'd rather pay attention to what side is doing first. And if somehow TNC walk away with both the turtle and the turret, that's all losses for Onyx. So they're just mitigating the damage, covering up what holes need to be covered up so the sync doesn't completely ship. Looking at the items, oh my god. Benny already has a Sky Piercer
Sky
and
Piercer
a Crystal. He's
untuk Ben.
fully breeding out, Bree.
I do not want to stay close to that kind of Bane
Yep.
at this point. Not when I'm in this spot, not if I'm Onyx and I have a bit of catching up to do. And even if you have so many potential crowd control sources,
Oh,
if you put yourselves up close, then that's not going to be a good thing either. Super Fritz already using him.
Oh, nggak sempat.
How was Lancey caught there?
a sudden response from Onyx. I'll tell you how, Bree. I'm offended.
Nggak sempat lunok sa.
He went in too close. I think there was a window between that move, that dash in, and him clicking the brilliance, and Kelra clicking that I'm offended. Bruce going the gang around Chaku's tail. I'll tell you now, it's a small window of time, but Onyx found it.
I guess you can't really assume that Onyx gets tunnel visioned when they want to chase
sekarat
after
itu.
a target, because it's so
Valentinanya.
easy for them to just switch on the spot. And I guess that's also probably what happened to Lancey earlier. Maybe he thought they were actually trying to just go for the chase, but then they saw Lancey and in the blink of an eye, they just suddenly shifted targets.
3000 perbedaan gol.
Secret
Yang
in
di
Onyx
itemnya.
success, especially in their height in the M6 World Championship. It's so scary because they're so good at macro, but also mechanically speaking, any and all of them are always so on point. That's what's keeping this gold lead on a manageable scale. What is that now? About 3,000 gold between Onyx and TNC, despite everything that TNC has walked away with. And a good chunk of that gold is still on King Kong. So between
Lord
him
pertama.
and Zyda, there still is a chance that if Onyx can find a good position, they could steal this war.
Because now TNC are the ones holding it, so maybe stealing the objective will be the way to go. Super Prince though, already forcing the brilliance out of Lancey.
Lalalala, 2 orang situ.
Look at the amount of crowd control they're able to use onto 3-Mar. That's going to be a kill over to Onyx. Deadly catch and the retribution from TNC to take that objective.
TNC just had too much distance, a lot of space they're working with. Changno with the conceal, thinking if they're going to go for the counter attack, he jumps King Kong. Superfam ain't having none of this. They know that they've already lost Turtle, Lord, everything belongs to Zyda.
3-Mar was the sacrifice. They had to put 3 bodies over there just to deal with
Ilunok
him.
ko sa si 2 item
And
eh.
no one else could have went near TNC.
Nope. It's worth it. I'll tell you now. I think it's a good trade. Look at this. Kelra on his old teammate Chaknu. It's interesting how Chaknu's using this Hilda. Is it just their lineup or how Chaknu seems to have unlocked a new way to play Hilda?
Is he some sort of like bait for majority of the game?
Yeah, usually you see a Hilda like want to try to whack dudes out, but this is like man-to-man defense Hilda.
He's just the guy who shows up first.
Like a shadow.
And then he gets poked down really low, like what's happening now.
Runs away.
But then TNC, it still seems as if they're in the perfect condition to fight if Onyx chooses to.
There's just too much going on for Onyx to deal with. And they've been trying, they've been holding on. Again, putting farm on King Kong, being on point for Kelra's I'm Offended on the turnaround. But TNC have been able to flourish under that. Approaching the 4K gold lead.
Maybe it's really that one fight to enable King Kong that they're looking at, that they're waiting for. A team fight where Benny isn't as free and where Lancey feels a bit awkward to go in. Clearly you should feel awkward. There's a Khalid, there's a Ruby, there's a Terrify threat from Super Prince. But no purple buffs yet again.
King Kong gets denied his purple. Grant the purple right in your face. What you gonna do about it, King? At least Zaida had to use the retribution. Well, sadly King Kong did too as a response, but looking at the items, he's behind 1,000 gold. You know what? In perspective, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
King Kong has damage.
It's nice and it's really great how they're able to somehow keep up. But it seems like they have to work together just to provide for King Kong. And maybe that's what Onyx doing right now. Like maybe sacrificing a couple of structures because all they really have to pay attention to is King Kong and him not getting left behind too much. Because if you look at their lineup, they really have to invest a lot, and if not everything, on
Ipaksa ka?
King Kong with Super Prince. Down low, Phantom Execution, but at least he has the brilliance from the IMU to get away.
All right, the answer from Onyx. It's a 4v5, and all this while, hey,
Lord ng kedua.
ever seen a split pushing Uranus? That's what Kirk did. And TNT, they respond by going at the Lord. They know that they can't take this because Kirk is already rotated.
Yeah. He can catch up anytime and come from behind, but I'm pretty sure TNC already know that. They have vision. Lancey already sees Kirk. Chaknu though already half HP. What's the plan for TNC here? The plan is
sakit
to
ah.
just keep disrupting and zoning as
Hilang King
Zaida
Kong yan.
takes the objective. But it's not just zoning that they do. They take out King Kong and Brusco too.
I can imagine the communication.
Wala akong
Let him
flicker.
hit the traceless. Let him in. And TNC punished. Now 3 more chasing down Kirk.
Kirk's trying to run away. It's a Uranus, he can.
What? Off camera, Frizz gets popped.
By Zaida and Benny.
Zaida is a monster.
No, rather.
They got a Lord coming through bot. Mid lane's gonna go down.
Jebol
I
eh.
don't think that can stop a Bane from taking your structures. That's 7K up now.
Dreamar actually went in there. Zaida's going to provide the follow-up. Dreamar gets traded out, and they finally take the base turret. But Lancey will have to say goodbye as well. Onyx defend as much as they can. King Kong still alive.
Damage niya Jayla to.
TNC still forced this.
All right, Frizz looking for a target. Can't exactly use IMU while you're in the air. Gets that deadly catch, takes care of that Lord. But they lose their last inhibitor up top.
Okay, they just force the base turrets at least. Magic Sentry revealing Chaknu, but there's the conceal play still. Onyx might want to look for something, and it's Benny Cutie that they're trying to go after. But they spot Zaida, and they have to back away.
Apa sih?
Here's the real dilemma. How do you
Sure.
stop Zaida purely? Like, how do you take him down? Because Frizz doesn't have exactly the best crowd control. Brusco has just one big one. Kelra, it's temporary. You know, you displace him, but
Yeah.
Phantom
Beda
Execution,
7.000.
Thorn
Menit
Rose,
15.
Puncture Punch, I'm
satu loop terakhir kalau nggak apa
that Onyx has.
And
nggak
ideally,
berbahaya
in those
itu.
brief moments, you should have enough burst damage to deal with the Lancelot, but it seems like they don't! Phantom Execution gets
Serut,
for a bit,
serut.
but still, Zaida making his way,
Nggak
dealing enough
mati dong.
damage, forcing Super Friends to walk back to the base. See, it's even in those small openings that you don't get to see the damage coming from Onyx just yet.
And that's when he was already serving himself up on a silver platter. You see how he punctured into the rest of Onyx, and none of them could stop him. That is the real issue here. Zaida has gone unfettered. He is running through Onyx side of the jungle and through their lineup with impunity. 7-6, a bare base. Onyx haven't even broken through the tier 2s. I mean, I'd like to see them come back to
makronya
that
ini
tier 2 up top. I'd like to see somehow maybe
TNC.
Kirk set it up, because that seemed to work. And he's had a looking at the stats, Brigida. He's had the best game out of all the Super Fam right now at 3-2-1.
Yeah, that's true. But Zaida and the rest of TNC might not let Onyx do that anymore. They've been paying attention to the top lane even, especially now that we are about to see the next Lord spawn. So they're managing everything before this objective, which feels like it heavily favors them either way.
Yep, again, that's what you get when the map is on your side, when you got a huge 6k gold lead, and when the opponent's utility, I'm talking about Onyx, just isn't enough. Like, there's so many things to set up for you to even
Flicker
clap
ready
back.
semua itu.
This ain't even a dance. This is literally
Onyx
a sting operation.
ambil
It's an
posisi di sana
entrapment
Bursko
by
ya.
TNC. They're gonna do the same thing. They might even let King Kong trace this in just for them to kill him again.
Yeah, but look at how Prince and Brusco are holding this rush.
Miss.
No, the Flicker Raging Sasha
Brusco-nya
doesn't
miss.
connect, and
No,
actually gets targeted
nggak
by
bisa
Zaida
pulang
over
King
here.
Kong-nya.
King Kong is looking to be next. Another Thorn
Satu
Rose
sama.
successfully takes him down, and Chaknu's blocking
Brusco-nya miss.
everybody.
They use Benny as
Serut,
bait,
hilang semua.
and Zaida gets a triple. He's on Brusco.
A failed attempt now turned to this. A flicker from Benny,
Nggak
and they're
bisa
not
balik.
letting him go back home.
Nggak bisa balik.
With Kirk left on the map, there's no way this Uranus
Hilang
defends.
semua.
Godlike for Zaida as he gets a hold of the Lancelot. TNC
Satu
are
sama
not
bos.
letting us have a sweep.
Gigi bang.